Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Either one of you guys could answer this. That's 4 straight, 6 out of last 8. What have you guys just been able to do consistently on the court to stack up wins?
I'd say we just been playing together and just everybody been approaching the game way more focused and stuff. Just staying together no matter what. So I think that's really the key, just being locked in going into these games.
And then days prior also, we just make sure we locked in coming into practice, watching film, still getting after it, and just not getting complacent.
Will Cunningham with the Post. Elmore, you had 15. Devon, you had 11. 3 other guys also scored in double figures. What's it like when everybody's scoring like that?
I think it makes us even tougher to be beat. Really, you got many guys as weapons. Doing things out there. I feel like they got to pick and choose who they gonna give something up to. And then when you got 5 guys rolling and stuff like that, well, really the whole team was rolling tonight. I feel like it's way tougher to win, especially here at the Convo. We play real good here at home.
And it's fun to play like that, knowing that everybody can get a bucket, everybody contribute. It's hard for teams to guard, like El said, and everybody just play together.
Beach with the Post, Buffalo kind of hit that drought there. What did you guys do on defense to keep them off the net?
Well, like we said before, days prior in practice and film and all that, we locked in, we made sure we knew who what they do, their tendencies and stuff like that, who the shooters were, who the drivers were. And I feel like that translated to today's game, and everybody just was focused and able to just know that KYP, we was able to get the win like that.
Rhea Manesi, WOEB. You talked about you guys being able to play well in the Convo, and now you moved to 12-1 at home. How do you think the energy from the fans really just carries onto the court and helps you guys?
I think it helps us in a big way. Everybody came out, it's always good to have a good support, especially at your house. So I feel like they help us a lot, and we get energized off of their energy, so it helps us all the time.
Yeah, they definitely just give us good energy and just hype us up, too, and want us to play well for them.
Right.
Andrew Bolby, WOUB. Shots weren't falling in the first half. How'd you guys stay together to keep going in the second half?
We just continue to stay aggressive, just stay confident. Everybody believe in each other. So, we just make sure everybody just continue to keep shooting, just be confident we believe it's going to go in.
Right, we just kept trusting each other. That's what it is, really.
For both of you, what's been your biggest area of growth from the beginning of the season to right now?
I would say probably just staying engaged, really. It's real fun when everybody up on the bench. You got a good crowd. Everybody happy. I would say just being engaged with my teammates and stuff like that. I feel like it translates to the court too. So I think that's the biggest thing I've grown with over the season.
Yeah, same. Just being comfortable on the team, regardless who out there, just being comfortable out there, just being confident, just believing in ourselves, believing in each other. Just having fun.
Devon, you had that big steal and jumper there. What kind of went through your mind when you did that?
I was just driving and he was just going back, so I just shot it honestly, Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But phenomenal game for 40 minutes from our guys. I love their energy and their effort. Bench was really, really good. I think it's a couple straight games now where mentally our guys were locked in. They were really focused, had good energy in practice. Carried over to a game, and probably our best defensive performance in a long time for 40 minutes. Great team win, and awesome to see the Latino Brazilians. Those guys were unbelievable. Love those guys. Any questions?
Eric Decker with the Athens Messenger. Coach, you guys shot 32% in the first half and then switched over to 63% in the second. What do you think just kind of changed on the offensive side of the ball there?
Yeah, I think a couple things. We the first half for both teams was abnormal because both of us are both high scoring offenses. Not what you kind of expected coming in, but the last 3:49 of the half, I think we outscored them 10-2 and opened our lead to 12. That was a big stretch, and we knew what we wanted to do. I thought we weren't moving as much as we needed to, but we had good looks. And second half, we got the stops we needed. I think our defense turned into offense, and we played off the big fella inside. Got some really good kickouts. He had some really good finishes, and second half was much better.
Vogel coming in with the coach. 5 guys in double figures tonight, including 4 of the starting 5. What's it like when this team gets everybody firing?
Yeah, we got multiple guys who can score, obviously, and you know, we started that way at the start of the year, and you know, they just share the basketball. You know, they're selfless. They don't care who scores. They play well together. You know, Jalen Hunter's been a big reason. You know why? You know, he's taking care of the basketball. You know, getting to the paint, and you know, Devon Baker has 4 straight games for Devon coming off the bench. You know, give us scoring. Elmore James has been playing at a high level on both ends for us. So, you know, a lot of contributions from a lot of guys tonight.
Ashley Beach with the Post. Coach, you mentioned defense earlier. You know, Buffalo went on a little bit of a scoring drought. How did you guys force that along?
Yeah, I think, you know, coming into the game, you know, game 1 up there, they turned 14 of our turnovers into, you know, 17 points, 20 of their offensive rebounds into 21 points. So coming in, you know, we wanted to limit their transition. And in order to do that, you had to take care of the basketball because they're really good at turning, you know, turnovers into transition points. And, you know, 8 turnovers, the way they guard. I think they're second in the league in steals behind Kent State. You know, that was a big key for us. And then the second thing was offensive rebounds. You know, we did a phenomenal job blocking out. You know, they ended up with 10, got some late. But for the most part, during the course of the game, we did a really good job of, you know, getting in there and 5 guys scrapping, clawing, you know, coming up with those loose 50-50 balls we didn't get up there.
Coach, you mentioned kind of in the first half with both teams struggling. Your team had nearly a third of their points from the free throw line. So I guess just how important was it to be getting to the line and converting, especially?
Yeah, game 1, you know, we had 50 paint touches. We chart post and paint touches every game. And we knew we wanted to get the ball into the paint and play off of 2 feet, so we wanted to jump stop. You know, sometimes when we went off of 1 foot, left our feet, you know, turnover or something negative would happen. And I thought our guys did a good job of getting in there, jump stopping, finishing through contact, or getting to the free throw line. You know, we went through a stretch in the first half where we were missing, but you know, stepped up and made them, you know, in the second half.
Andrew Golby, WOUB. You guys had the lead for about 33 minutes in this game. What does it mean for you guys to be able to control the game and be ahead for almost all of it?
Yeah, so, you know, getting off to a good start was going to be really big for us. We were down 5-4 in the first war, but I felt good about it. You know, we didn't give up any offensive rebounds in that first war. Had some good looks, just didn't make them. And, you know, the first 16 minutes, it was kind of back and forth. And like I said, the last 3:49, that last war, you know, we were able to get some stops and some transition points and get some separation. And then coming out of halftime, you know, with a 12-point lead, you know, we didn't want to be content. I thought we were a little you know, lackadaisical to start. We were pretty fortunate on that first possession. They had a couple fouls. We ended up scoring. And that first war was 14-10. So we gave up too many points in that first war, but luckily we were able to score, you know, create some more separation, and just kept going from there.
Marie Messi, WOUB, you guys are now 12-1 here in the combo. Just talk about the energy from the fans. You had mentioned it a little bit earlier, but how that kind of translates onto the court with the team.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to take them to Mount Pleasant on Saturday if anyone wants to go. But, you know, anytime, you know, we're in the combo, it's, you know, we have the best fans in the MAC. You know, we've led the league in attendance, you know, since I've been here, and I'm sure before that. And it just makes a big difference. And I think our guys gave them a reason to cheer. You know, they're playing hard, they play selfless, they play the right way. And, you know, I think it's a fun brand of basketball to watch.
Devon Baker had a few more big plays tonight. What are your thoughts on his performance as of late?
Yeah, he's been playing at a high level the last 4 games. You know, and you know, he'll be the first to tell you he was struggling, you know, through a stretch. But I think, you know, he's got his confidence back, which is always a big thing. I told him next time he pulls up in transition, make sure it's a 3, not a long 2. It was a long layup. But, you know, to have the confidence to do that, he wouldn't have done that before. Same thing on the right wing in the second half. You know, he would always hesitate. You know, he caught it and shot it. So it's good to see him playing back with confidence. You know, when he does that, we're a different team.
4 straight now for you guys, 6 out of the last 8. What just has this team been doing consistently to be able to stack up wins?
Yeah, I mean, they've been working. You know, we went through it early, like a lot of teams in the country have. But, you know, you got to stay positive. You got to stay together. You got to come back in and work. And I think our staff has done a phenomenal job, just keeping the confidence, keep coaching. Our guys do a lot of extra stuff, watch film on their own. They come in and get an extra lift in, get extra shots in. And, when you have a culture like we have, it's a working, from And, our three guys who've been here the longest, Dwight Wilson, Ben Roderick, Miles Brown, really carried our guys through that, from a locker room voice to games, to after games, to practices. Those guys have been really big. All right, happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Coach.
Safe travels.